Hey, welcome back to Clubit TV. My name is Jared, and today we are going to be playing a trick-taking game by Brain Games. Brains. Join us at the table as we play Pikoko. Phase 1. Preparation. Take all the feather cards and shuffle them. Then deal out 8 face-down cards to each player and put the remaining cards in a face-down pile. Turn over the top card of this pile. This card defines the trump colour for the round. However, if it is a multicoloured card, this round has no trump. The players take their cards without looking at them and put them into their peacock facing the other players so that the other players can see the numbers on each of their cards. However, the players never look at the values of their cards in their own peacock. Phase 2. Bidding. In this phase, players bid on how many tricks they think the other players will take this round. Starting with the starting player and going around the table clockwise, each player will have a turn being bid on. The player who is being bid on does not participate in bidding, and for each bid, players take all their bidding tokens in one hand and secretly put any number of them in their fist without showing this number to other players. When everyone is ready, they simultaneously reveal how many tokens they bid and then place them in front of the player being bid on. Repeat this process for the next player in clockwise order and so on until each player has been bid on. After each player has been bid on, then the players all individually bid on themselves. Again, each player takes the number of tokens secretly in their hands, and when everyone has chosen their amount, reveals the bid and places it in front of themselves. After the players have bid on themselves, they could place any remaining tokens behind their peacocks. These tokens are not taken into consideration for this round. After all bids have been placed, each player secretly chooses one of their confidence cards and places it face down on the table to be revealed at the end of the round. Players should choose the confidence card that matches the bid they trust the most out of all the bids they just placed. At the end of the round, confidence cards score 3 points if they are correct, or -1 point if they are incorrect. If a player is unsure about their bid or doesn't want to take a risk, they could choose the no confidence card with a +1 depicted on it. This card will always score 1 point. It is still played face down so other players don't know what you have played. Play then proceeds to the playing phase. The starting player starts this phase by choosing any of the cards from his target player's hand, placing it face up on the table. A player's target player is the player sitting on the player's left. Then the next player in clockwise order chooses a card from their target player and plays it, and so on until each player has played out exactly 1 card into the trick. The first card can be any card regardless of colour or number. All other cards must follow the colour of the first card if able. And if your target player doesn't have any cards of the required colour, then you can play a card of any colour for them, either a trump card or a card of another colour. The multicoloured feather cards can be played as any of the 3 colours depicted on them. When you play a multicoloured card and any of its 3 depicted colours is the required colour for the trick, then you must treat the card as that colour. In all other cases, when the multicoloured card doesn't contain the required colour for the trick, then the player playing this card chooses its colour. If a trick is started with a multicoloured card, the player who played it out chooses which colour it is and states it out loudly. The trick is complete after each player has played a card from their target player. The trick is then taken by one of the players. There are 2 possibilities. 1. If a trump card was played, the player who played the highest trump card wins the trick. 2. If no trump card was played, the player who had the highest number of the required colour wins the trick. After the trick is taken, the player who won the previous trick becomes the first target player of the next trick, meaning that his card is the first one played by the player on his right. The game continues in this manner until all 8 tricks have been taken, then this phase ends. Scoring. In this phase, players score points for their previous bids, as well as for their confidence cards. First, players score points for their bidding tokens. Each player looks at how many tricks they took and how many tokens each other player bid on them. There are 3 possibilities. 1. The correct bid, The number of tokens a player bet is equal to the number of tricks the player he bet on took. In this case, the bidding player scores 2 points. 2. Close bid. The number of tokens a player bet is 1 higher or 1 lower than the number of tricks the player he bet on took. In this case, the bidding player scores 1 point. 3. Bad bid. The number of tokens a player bet is off by 2 or more. In this case, the bidding player scores no points. Scoring confidence cards. The players reveal the confidence cards they chose during the bidding phase. There are 3 possibilities. 1. If the colour of a player's confidence card matches a player whom they placed a correct bid on this round, then the bidding player scores 3 points. 2. If the colour of a player's confidence card matches the colour of player whom they placed a close or bad bid on this round, then the bidding player loses 1 point. 3. If a player chose the no confidence card, they automatically score 1 point. After the scoring is done, write each player's score down on the scorepad. If this is the end of the first or second round, give the starting player token to the player with the fewest points. In case of a tie, give it to the tied player closest in clockwise order to the starting player from the previous round. Then begin a new round, starting with the Phase 1 preparation. After 3 rounds of play, proceed to the end of the game. The game ends after the 3rd round. The player with the most total points is the winner of the game, and in case of a tie, the tie player with the highest score from a single round wins. If there is still a tie, then the victory is shared. Hello and welcome back. We are now at the table. We have already played 1 round, rather successfully. Not in my points scoring side of things.
That's very good for Sam.
Very good for Sam.
And I was just awful.
Hubert only scored 1 point in the first round, so he's now got the first player marker.
Boo hiss.
We've dealt ourselves out a brand new hand.
It's down here.
And our trump colour for this round is red.
It's a red 3.
So now we're going to start looking at each other's hands.
See, now you bid on me first.
And we're going to start bidding.
Oh, Sam's already worked out who she's
Wow.
going. Oh, God.
Are you
Okay,
ready?
problem.
3, 2,
What are you
1.
Oh.
Whee!
1 each.
We...
That's 0 confidence in me. I must have a really bad hand. So Sam, I reckon.
I'm going a bit crazy on this one.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think so. Oh, I've gone for 2 and you've gone for 4. And they put 1 in front of me. So Jared, I think.
How many tricks will I win?
Okay, you ready?
This is really
Ready?
yes.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
4. Both of us decided.
Okay, we can now bid on ourselves now, so I'm putting...
So I'm going for 1 on me.
3 for mine.
I'm gonna go 3.
Even though we've both gone 4. Have you run out?
You've done 4? Oh, okay.
Oh, both
I didn't
of-
see Sam's extra one there, sorry. Right, okay.
I've gone in the middle.
So.
Okay, so 1 apiece for Hubert. That's interesting. And now we need to get to select our confidence cards. Which
Okay.
bid are we the most confident on? I have chosen my confidence card for this particular game.
Kidoki. There's mine.
So I get to kick it off by selecting from Hubert's hand.
Oh, he's going all the way across there.
I'm going all the way across here. I'm picking out yellow 7.
Ooh, yellow 7. So I've got. Ooh, hang on.
You have to pick yellow.
Yes. So I'm going to go for this one here, and I'm going to call it a yellow 4.
I'm glad you called it yellow 4. Because it is yellow 4.
Yes. Thank you, Jared.
I think I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, so 2 of the.
Right.
So I would win that.
As I predicted.
So that's the only one I can win. So I keep that.
That's the only one we think you will win. So you do keep the first player token, so I get to play another
Yes. So,
card from your hand.
so now you think I'm
I
not
don't
going to do too
I
well.
think you're going to do very well at all.
Thank you. It's nice to have,
Confidence, isn't
yeah,
it?
this game's really good for building up your confidence.
But unfortunately, you don't have
No.
very.
Okay.
Oh,
A blue.
that's too
3.
high. Yeah, the blue 3. So, I think I'm going to go for a blue 6.
Predicted you do that.
You didn't see that, did you?
So Sam wins the trick with the highest
So,
blue card.
so,
So now Sam gets the first player marker,
That
and
means
Hubert picks a card from
card
her
for
hand.
her. And I predicted that she would win 2 tricks, so I want her to win 2 tricks. So I'm going to go for. Oh, hang on.
Ah,
Okay.
A white
Hmm.
5.
Interesting.
And you have a choice here.
where did this one come from? I put it on there. Should be on there.
Well, you did do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for
Let's
it.
set up the. Oh, so she's currently winning.
So it's a white 7.
Yes. It's a white.
Sadly, I don't have any whites, so I have to choose something else.
I kind of gathered that.
Yeah.
Not that one.
Okay.
Oh, that one.
Oh, I'll go for that one.
Ooh, purple 4.
So, I
You'd
win
win
that.
that one.
I win that trick, as I predicted I would.
So,
So Sam gets to pick a card from my tail feathers. I'm going to shake my tail feathers. There you go.
shake a tail feather.
Thank you very much.
Purple 6.
Purple 2.
Purple 2, and I've got to play
Purple 3,
Purple
which
3.
means that I win the
win
trick.
the trick. So you've now got 2.
Sam, you get to take another card from my tail feathers.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? 6.
3.
And a 5. So you
So
win.
I've got the highest again.
So you can only let him win 1.
Trick number 3.
more.
Sam, go for it.
No, this is a trump card.
Well, it can't be trumped anyway.
No. If it's got
2.
and
Also a 2. Highest of its kind. So that is trick number 4, locked in.
so
Please don't let me win any more tricks. It's in nobody's interest for me to win any more.
Oh, this is gonna be really hard. Because I think
yes.
you've got a trump card as well.
Okay, so Sam wins that trick. So Hubert, take it away. Which card are you going to pick?
I haven't much choice, have I?
Oh, you went for that one. Okay, interesting. Sam, I'm assuming you're going to go for that one.
And what have I got? Oh, so you would win that trick.
So I would win that trick. That's very interesting. Did not see that coming.
No, I didn't.
So I win
No.
5 tricks.
So scoring.
Oh, that's a shame.
So let's do it for me first. So I predicted that I would win 4 tricks, but
And you
there
didn't.
was 5.
So you get a point for that.
So I only get 1 point. What's the point? I predicted you would get 1 trick,
And I
you
did.
did. So that's
That's
2
2
points. Sam, I predicted that you would get 4, and you got
3.
3.
no,
so
it's
I'm-
got, no, she only got.
No, I
I'll
got
just-
3.
Was
Oh no!
No,
I got
just
to
2.
get
2.
So I got 0 points for that.
Oh, what a shame.
I was most confident in you only winning 1 trick.
Yes.
So I get an extra 3 points for that.
So how many points did you get in total?
That takes me up to a total of 9 points,
9.
including my previous round. Sam,
Oh,
should-
including your previous.
including previous round. Sam, should we total up your one?
Mm-hmm.
You predicted I would win 4.
And
You
So that's
had 1
1
off.
point.
You predicted Hubert would win
2. That's 2
1,
points.
so that's 2 points there. You predicted that you would
Yeah.
win
3.
but you were one off. So that's just 1 point.
And what's your confidence card? Me.
It's-
Oh, Jared.
On me.
Oh, minus
But
one.
I didn't see the trump card coming out at the last. It
So
ruined everything,
So it's
doesn't it?
-1, unfortunately. That takes you to a total of 9, so we're neck and neck at the moment. for
Okay.
First and second.
So
round.
hopefully I've done better this round because I predicted that Sam would get 2,
And she did.
and I did. So that's 2
2
points.
points.
I predicted you'd get 4, but you didn't. So that's
So
1
just
point.
1 point.
I predicted I'd get 1.
And you
that's
did. So that's 2
points.
points. And your confidence card was
Me.
yourself, so an extra 3. It's 9 apiece.
Oh.
So do we need to do another round?
We need to do one final furlong. Okay, so I predicted that you would win 3.
So you 1 out.
I'm 1 out, so I only got 1 point for that. I predicted that I would win 3, but there's only 1, so I get 0. I predicted that you would win 2,
And I got 3.
but I'm 1 out, so that's just 1 point there. And then I had no
confidence.
no confidence, so just +1 for me there.
Okay.
Sam, you predicted 3. That's 0 points for me. You predicted 2 for Hubert, so you get 1
1.
point.
And
Predicted 3 for
1.
yourself, so 1 point there. What was your confidence card? -1.
But that's only because of all the purples that
Hubert,
changed it all.
you predicted what 1 for yourself.
And I was wrong. So
Way
that's
0.
But I did get
You
Sam.
did get that right, so that's 2
2.
points.
And you got 2, isn't it? Oh no, 1.
1. I
So
just
that's
got
0.
1, so 0 there.
And then I lost it on.
The same as me.
So the final scores are: I got 12, Sam got 10, Hugo got 10.
There you go.
I thought I'd play it safe because I was not sure about that round, so I did just the +1 card rather than actually committing to saying that one of my bids
Yeah.
was correct.
Okay, so that's the game.
What do we think?
We'll find out in a second.
Meet us up on top. Welcome back up top. As you can see, there's somebody new with us here today. This is my wife, Sammy. Now, we went to the UK Games Expo earlier on this year, and we saw Pikoko on the table, and initially we thought, beautiful, beautiful game. You in particular, didn't you? And so we thought we need to get a copy of this just because we were really intrigued by how beautiful it was and how does it play. Now we've actually got the copy and we've played it a good couple of times. What are your initial thoughts, Sammy?
I really enjoyed it, and I like the fact that there's the unpredictability because you don't know what you're playing against.
True, absolutely. So this is a trick-taking game. It's the very first time I've ever actually played a trick-taking game. Didn't really know what to expect. In fact, I didn't actually really kind of like grasp what is a trick, first of all. But once we actually played a couple of rounds of it, and the rules started to set in a little bit, I think also it probably doesn't actually help that because I've never played a trick-taking game before, this does a couple of twists actually with this particular game on the whole trick-taking aspect, where you are not looking at your own cards, playing cards from your own hand. You are playing it to the person to your left of you. How did you find that experience for actually playing cards? You can't see your own. You're playing the person's cards to the left.
I kind of liked it, but I think the kind of thing about predicting what people will get.
So you're trying to do the bids at the
quite
beginning,
like
aren't you?
that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
trying to get, I mean, obviously you're trying to influence the bids to try and actually make sure that your bids come true. Very difficult when you can't see your own hand. I quite like that aspect of it. Works really well, and I like how it unfolds about like, I'm trying to influence the cards so that they win, and they've just picked the wrong card and they've fluffed everything up now. But yeah, so a very, very interesting, very, very funny game, how it works. Components wise, I mean, just the box itself is beautiful, linen
lovely,
finish
isn't
and
it?
stuff like
Yeah.
that. But then also you've got these 3D peacocks.
And they've all got different characters. They all look different. So he's the cool dude.
We were discussing earlier on, it's a shame actually that they don't actually have names and actually have characters. I mean, obviously they've got colours so you could tell them apart. And we're also discussing how cool it could possibly be for if you've actually got these peacocks as characters, they could actually have unique powers. So like
Special abilities.
special
Yeah.
abilities for once per game, maybe say that this particular peacock can ignore the fact that even if he didn't get his all the tricks predicted as accurately, if he was one off, he can ignore that and he can get the full 2 points or something like that. So I think it's something that could probably add on to it, but I'm happy with the game itself, aren't you? Like this game as is right at the moment, I'm really, really happy with how it plays, the interactivity, card manipulating, trying to read people. I really love it. Any other thoughts that you've got at the moment?
I think it's quite easy to pick up, though. I think it's quite an easy game to understand and play.
Definitely.
Which is a bonus, because sometimes all the rules bog you down a bit, but this is quite
It's got a nice flow to it. It's got a nice rhythm to it, isn't it? The only thing we found is some of the cards are a bit of wear and tear after a while, because when you fit them into the back of your Peacock, they can get clipped or bent a little bit as you're doing that. And we've also found that you have to really hold on to the tails at the back when someone else is picking a card. Otherwise, it just takes the whole Peacock with it. Apart from that, components-wise, really, really good.
And we also found that
If you have the tails backwards.
Have them the other way around, because then it helps them.
And we find,
stay in place a
obviously,
bit
you need to
easier.
if you do it from left to right across when you're placing your cards in, it helps. Sometimes we've accidentally had the cards facing us back, and oh no, I've just seen my own cards, idiot. Funny when it happens, but obviously annoying. Any other elements that you would like about this game?
I like that the peacocks are actually quite solid, and that they're made well. They're not just going to fall apart. They're very sturdy, aren't they?
Absolutely.
I like that a bit.
Replayability, absolutely love it. We'll definitely play it again. I'd probably score this a good 9 out of 10 points. Anything for you? What would you score it?
I think about the same.
Excellent. Well, that's our thoughts on Pikoko. We will definitely be playing this again. Thank you very much.
Yep.